guys?
Yes, here we are. Yeah, having a ball so far.
Having a great time.
So last time I spoke to you, Nathan, was I think January.
Yes.
So Little Matador was pretty much taking off.
Yep.
And there's been a lot going on since.
Yeah, absolutely. That was before the record came out. Record came out in April. So we were just gearing up, yeah. And yeah, we've had a great year so far. Just coming to the end of our festival run, and we've got great music happening in the background. Yeah, so it was great. We had a good show today, and yeah, I mean, there was a few things I wanted for this band over the summer, and you know, Reading and Leeds, Tea in the Park were two things that I really wanted for us this summer, and here we are. So.
Okay, so the evolution so far is what you planned. Is it going better than expectations? Is not right there?
Well, you know, as I said, we've had a great year. We've had a lot of great support slots, and you know, we've had a great reaction from people coming to our own shows, and I've got two sort of festivals I really wanted, and many more. So yeah, I mean, we've got pretty much everything we wanted to get this summer, and I say more. So it's, yeah, we're having a great year, you know.
Okay, so let's talk about this album. How would you describe it in your own words?
In my own words, you know, it's honest, dirty, sexy rock, or as Dave likes to call it, what is it? Rock, sexy, dirty.
Rock, sexy, dirty, honest.
Sounds pretty good to me. Do you feel you put in the album the same energy we find in your live shows?
Yeah, I mean, when well, it was weird because we made the record, we wrote a lot in the studio and did it as we went, you know. So we never actually gigged the songs until we made the record, and I tried them out at all. So I think our live show's a little more raucous. It's a little sort of vicious and intense than maybe on the record. But you know, most bands are like that anyway live. But this is, yeah, that just seemed to happen naturally when the five of us got on stage, you know. And you know, and that's who we are. That's what it is. So.
Yeah, you would always anticipate that it'll be a little bit more sort of intense and energetic live. But like Nathan says, because a lot of the record was done sort of in the studio, and as a body of work, it's a studio piece of work. It's kind of, yeah, it's different live. It snarls a lot more.
Yeah, definitely
live.
does. And we had a lot of snarling fun today. So.
Yeah.
You guys been playing some smaller venues at the beginning. After you had the Barfly, and you've been playing some quite big ones now. So, what's your favorite? What do you think Little Matador works best?
Well, you know, the festivals are great for us to show people what we're about and what we're doing, and that's great. You know, again, why I wanted, you know, these particular festivals and why I hope we got on them. But I think at this point in time, the music we're making and the music, it belongs in sweaty rock clubs. You know, that seems to be where we're thriving the most, and it just seems like the natural start and to do it right. So yeah, and it's, you know, it's been very hot, sticky, sweaty, dirty, and yeah, I think that's just where we needed to start from and where it belongs.
Okay, so I know, because you told me already, this is not a one-off thing, it's not a side project, you're really into Little Matador, but there is a Snow Patrol album coming out as well in 2015, which I believe is going to be followed by your tour. So how are you going to manage all this together?
I mean, you know, I'll have commitments with Snow Patrol for sure, and I'll have to work that and do that, but I mean, you know, we can stay in touch and we can write and try. I mean, we wrote this record in between tours, legs of the tour with Snow Patrol anyway, so I mean, it might not be for another year or two for a Little Matador record, but you know, we made such a good record this time that we, you know, it feels like just the beginning. So I think we owe it to the band, you know, and each other to kind of see where we can go with another record, and whenever that may be.
Yeah, because I mean, whenever we started doing this, we were all busy with all our own little things, you know, and that doesn't affect your commitment to, you know, either project. But now that we're a year down the line, you know, I think we can certainly see a lot more potential in where we are, and that sort of, you know, we'll see what happens, but it would be a shame, you know, to leave it on the shelf, you know, for too long.
So working on such different music, such different sounds, is it gonna be a case of, I write something Little Matador, I put it in the drawer, and then I take it back?
Yeah, maybe it works different ways, you know, but it also depends with the people you're working with and writing with. It just does. But you know, yeah, I mean, some ideas are you know, so different that you kind of know, but otherwise, I mean, you just write and see what happens. You know, there's not any. I don't really have any exact way of doing it each time. You know, I just keep writing, and then we bring certain things to Dave, or you know, or back to Snow Patrol, and you see what happens.
What do you find inspiration for your songwriting?
I mean, lots of places. I mean, this record for Little Matador is pretty biographical. It's completely autobiographical. It's it's a pretty intense record to make, lyric-wise, and it's brutally honest. So that's where this one came from. But that changes too. But I mean, most of the time I write what I know.
So, being such a different album from Snow Patrol, is that autobiographical as well? Is that a part of you as well, or Little Matador is more personal?
I mean, well, with Snow Patrol, Gary is responsible for lyrics, so it's all to do with melody and music with me, and that, which is still personal because you find that in different places. But with this, there was a lot more of me putting myself out for show, or whatever you want to call it, and it's about a specific event and time. Generally, there's different things in there, but not to go into it too much. But it's, so there's a little more main show. But as far as the music with this record goes, both bands I love style, and I'll make other records as well. So it's just what I'm doing at the time or how I'm feeling at the time,
Okay. Time for word association. If Little Matador was a drug, what would it mean?
Cocaine.
If it was a car?
A dirty old banger, a Ford Capri.
A Ford Capri, or a Fiat Panda.
Actually, it would be a second-hand Capri, probably.
It would be a second-hand Capri with some dubious stains on the front seat.
Right. What if it was a ice cream flavour?
Rum and raisin.
Good one.
Yeah, rum and raisin.
How do you guys prepare for a live show?
With rum and raisin ice cream.
Yeah. Less of the raisin, more of the rum.
Okay, we're nearly at the end. Since I've got you here, can I ask you if you've got anything about the next Snow Patrol?
We'll hopefully have an album next year. That's
all we know. Is it written or anything?
Not yet, but we really hope to have a record out next year. That's the next step for me. So.
Okay, and the next Little Matador, we said we might have to wait a while.
Might be another year or two, but I mean, hopefully, as quickly as we can, and until I'm touring with Snow Patrol, we'll keep writing and working away.
Where can we see you live next?
Well, obviously tomorrow at Leeds, and then we've got a few more shows coming up in the UK. They're not announced yet, but we got a few hometown shows in Ireland as well. And also in September, I think we got a few shows in Ireland. So, but it's all being sorted out. So sorry. Just keep an eye on the usual stuff.
Yeah, keep an eye on the website,
Facebook, website,
all that usual stuff.
Twitter, all that.
Thank you very much.
Lovely guys, thank you for your time.
Thank you.